Storm clouds rolled over New York as a swirling black vortex tore open the night sky, pulling cars, streetlights, and even pieces of buildings upward like weightless toys. People ran in panic while screens across the city flickered with a dark figure surrounded by spinning debris. "I am Dr. Vortex," the armored villain declared, his voice echoing through the chaos. "Gravity itself answers to me. Tonight, your world kneels." A red and blue blur swung between falling rubble. Spider-Man flipped midair, barely dodging a flying taxi. "Okay, dramatic entrance. Evil Sky Blender, we get it." He quipped, firing webs to secure a collapsing bus full of civilians. Despite the humor, fear flickered in his eyes. This wasn't a normal supervillain stunt. High above, Iron Man shot through the clouds, scanning the vortex with glowing sensors. "That armor is powered by a compact gravity core," he analyzed calmly. "If it overloads, half the city could collapse inward." He fired controlled blasts to slow the spinning debris, creating a temporary shield for the streets below. Then the ground trembled. Hulk landed with a thunderous crash, cracking asphalt beneath his feet. Wine whipped around him, tugging at his massive frame, but he stood firm. He stared up at the swirling sky and growled. "Sky trying to fall?" Hulk pushed back. Dr. Vortex laughed and increased the gravitational pull. The heroes were suddenly forced downward, pressure crushing against them. Spider-Man struggled to breathe. Iron Man's suit alarms blared. Even Hulk's knees bent under the invisible weight. "You cannot win," Vortex taunted. "The stronger you fight, the harder you fall." For a moment, it seemed true. Spider-Man's webline snapped. Iron Man's thrusters flickered. Hulk roared in frustration, punching the air with no effect. But then Iron Man spoke through the comms, voice steady. "We're playing his game. We need coordination." Spider-Man anchored the debris. Hulk, "Wait for my signal." Spider-Man nodded, focusing despite the crushing force. On it, Metal Man. He fired webs in every direction, connecting buildings, cars, and light poles into a giant web net, slowing the spin of the vortex. Iron Man adjusted his suit power, calculating the exact frequency of the gravity core. "Hulk," he said, "when I expose the center, you get one shot." Hulk's breathing slowed. Instead of raging wildly, he planted his feet deeper into the street, steadying himself. Hulk smashed. Together, Iron Man unleashed a concentrated beam, striking Vortex's chest and forcing the armor's core to flare bright blue. The gravity field flickered. Spider-Man tightened his web network, locking the swirling debris in place. "Now," Iron Man shouted. With a roar that shook the city, Hulk launched upward, pushing against impossible force. The vortex tried to crush him mid-air, but this time he wasn't alone. Spider-Man's webs stabilized his path. Iron Man's repulsors weakened the field. Hulk broke through the storm and smashed both fists into the glowing gravity core. A shockwave burst across the sky. The vortex shattered like glass. Dr. Vortex's armor sparked and failed, sending him crashing harmlessly into Iron Man's containment field. Silence followed. Cars dropped gently back to the ground. Buildings stopped shaking. The clouds cleared to reveal the calm night sky once more. Spider-Man landed beside Hulk and Iron Man, breathing heavily. "Okay, remind me never to fight a guy who controls physics again." Iron Man removed part of his helmet, looking at the city lights. "Power alone doesn't win battles. Hulk strategy at his does team. Trust then does." At the people slowly emerging from hiding. For once, no one ran from him. "Friends make Hulk stronger," he said quietly. Spider-Man smiled beneath his mask. "Yeah, even the big green guy can't do it solo." As the emergency sirens approached and the city began to recover, the three heroes stood together against the skyline. Different strengths, different minds, one purpose. Because in the end, it wasn't rage, technology, or agility that saved the city. It was teamwork. Moral woven in the story. True strength isn't about who is the strongest alone. It's about trusting others, combining strengths, and standing united when the world starts to fall apart.